Bartow County. Let's try again. How's everybody doing? That's better. We had a group of young people here that were much more alive than we were. So, I mean, most of you are probably younger than I am. One of the things I wanted to say first of all is we kind of talk about the Thompson Group and kind of my involvement in the community. Is first of all, most of you all know I'm not from here, right? I don't have the y'all and any of that. This community is wonderful to me in that my wife and I built a home in this community in 2002, just off of Highway 20. And I'm ashamed to say I don't think I was ever downtown Cartersville until 2006. Sold a business, became a state farm agent. They sent us to Mississippi. We came back 2007 because my father-in-law had a massive heart attack. You're going to find as I talk to you over the next 15-20 minutes, it's God family career to me. I am very aggressive. I was accused in college. I was accused in the military. I was accused when I was a Home Depot manager of being honest to a fault and also being too aggressive. So you're going to hear that when I talk to you a little bit. That's what helped me overcome some of the obstacles in life. A little bit about our business. We opened in March of 2007 on Highway 20 when people said Highway 20 is not where you need to be. We opened in Bartow County where people said, you know what, you're not from here, you don't have family here, you don't have any roots here, you're not going to make it. In fact, first week an agent called me and said, we don't need another agent here, you're not going to make it, and I'll leave a desk open for you. See you in a couple months. Not saying that because I feel sorry for myself, I'm going to say that's what drives me. It's like if there's a challenge in life, guess what? Every one of us have challenges in life. Let's overcome them. That being said, we opened in March of 2007. I hired a pretty strong team. We went after it with zero policies. I'm proud to say right now we're almost $7 million in premium. If you're in the insurance business, I know Northside Bank knows that because just in a second I'm going to recognize some people that have helped me along the way. $7 million in premium in the insurance business is pretty significant. Your average insurance company out there, agency out there, runs about $1.8 million to $2 million. What helped me get there? Being engaged. One of the things we're going to go through that's sitting on your desk right now is I love acronyms. I'm not very smart, but if I have acronyms, it helps me go along the way. You've got to be real. You've got to be engaged. You've got to have the right attitude, and you've got to be willing to listen to people. I have several companies. I have an automatic cover company, a motorized pool cover company I started back in 1988. It's given me the opportunity to engage with people such as Glavin, Foxworthy, those kind of individuals in life, which is pretty cool as just a farm boy in Montana that I deal with them on a one-on-one basis designing backyards. We've got 3 Allstates soon, possibly to have a 4th that will be fairly close to this building, possibly. My wife has an independent because with a contract with Allstate you cannot have an independent, but they allow a spouse to have that. So literally we can write anything from aircraft to commercial buildings. We just did West End Commons down in Cartersville. I also have a programming company. I don't understand programming, but I had a vision, go out and find people, get it written. So let's quickly a little bit about our business. If it's okay with you, Adina, I want to jump right into the other thing. One of the things Adina said is, she said, I'd like you to talk a little bit when you come to the breakfast. So I told my wife, I'm not sure what to talk about. And she said, you're kidding me. So I'm going to try and stay on pace. I had a business partner named Wayne Morris. How many of you know who Wayne Morris is? Wayne Morris came to me as a mentor several years ago. I didn't know what he did. Ultimately found out that he was the president of Mr. Coffee at one point. His team is what came up with Black & Decker, the DeWalt brand. I've got a significant mentor in my life. One of the things he said is, if you want to be a significant leader, you got to be willing to be transparent. People have to know who you are and where you're coming from. So I say that to set the stage to say, I want to read something to you that tells you briefly about who I am, not because I want to rah-rah me, but you can understand where I'm coming from. And I want to start, as I go along the way, is first Northside Bank. I know we've got a lot of reps. If you'll just raise your hand. Northside Bank is working on an SBA loan for me right now, and a lot of banks wouldn't touch it. And I would say, where are you, Greg? I'm going to put him on a spot. We're this close, are we not? Where's Mark? You going to test that? I'm a sales guy. What can I say, right? I've got a good friend sitting right here. I'm going to say something not on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, but most of you know that I was served as a 2012 chair, which I've been given a privilege to serve Joe and my board. I know Dina who will be our chair-elect is sitting here. I also have Chuck Knight over here. Anyone else that serves on that board? Patrick. Just great board. They have helped and given me a lot of grace along the way. This is not a representative of the board. It's speaking from my heart. I've got an individual right here I've got to know that's just a dear friend that is running for county commissioner. He has been instrumental in my life as well. Dr. Harper over here. Dr. Harper knows I'm not afraid to put people on the spot, nor is he. Very, very, very good. We are blessed to have someone like him in our community, are we not? Jennifer Stevens, where are you? Jennifer and Ann. I'll tell you, if you guys don't know about the OJT program, some of my employees and want to be an administrative exec came right through that program. I got 2 more that start Monday. You need to get to know these people. They've been very, very good for our business. Christian Coomer. I serve an advisory team to our insurance commissioner down at the Capitol. He has been very instrumental to make sure that I stay very close and intact. Tommy Young. Where's Tommy? Right. All right. One of the things I'm going to read real quick is Mayhem in a Moment. Mayhem in a Moment was a radio program. I just had an idea. Tommy helped develop that we do on a Saturday morning program. And what that does is basically we get on and we talk about mayhem that happens in life. Anybody in here not have mayhem? The rest of you are liars. Okay? Mayhem happens every day. Whether you got a 6-year-old like I do, or you're in the insurance business, or you're whatever. But we just talk about mayhem. Here's a guy here that has a business. I did not know him well. He engaged me, put us on a program, and helped us put us on the map. And I want to thank you for that. I got a CPA sitting in the room. Where is she? Right there. Here's an individual, when I came to her with a box, she's like, my goodness, who did your accounting? And went through that, got us on track, that prepared us to be able to do an SBA. Why am I telling you this? Yesterday in a board retreat, or the day before? When did we do that, Joe? Yesterday? Day before. Okay. One of the things I said to my board is this, guys. My expectation of the board is that you invest in each other's lives. Life is about relationships. Every one of you out here, I don't care whether you own a business, whether you're managing a business, or whether you're retired, it's not what you sell. I don't sell products. I don't sell auto and home and boat and all that other stuff. I sell ourselves. I sell a relationship. You can go to State Farm, you go to Nationwide, you go to Farm Bureau. It's about a relationship. And if you're not willing to invest in somebody else, that relationship, you're probably not going to make it in Bartow County. Which leads me into how do you craft a code in Bartow County. So let me read this real quick as we jump. I know Adina's watching the clock, so it says I'd like to start by sharing briefly where I came from. I grew up in a farm and ranch in north central Montana, a town of Big Sandy. It's a town of about 700 people, situated 80 miles north of Great Falls, 35 miles south of Canada. About the only thing in town we're known for is this little rock band called Pearl Jam. Anybody heard of it? Yeah. Okay. Jeff Ament, who started that band, was my quarterback and good friend. Okay. So if you Google him, you'll see he's from a little bitty town, Big Sandy, where the kind of stuff we did when we were kids, you'd probably get arrested for, but it was kind of harmless. But you know, tipping cars over and stuff like that. But you were pretty bored. And also, a guy cut his fingers off in a meat grinder when we had this assessment that the schools brought in to see what you might want to do for your future. His name's John Tester. If you see him on C-SPAN, he's missing a couple of fingers. He did that at high school. He ran it through a meat grinder. After college, I joined the Army, was introduced to the South. I went to college on a wrestling scholarship. Probably explains a lot what happened to me and dropped on my head, right? Relocated back out west, spent the night at the Red Roof Inn in Kennesaw. So I was moving from Florida and was going back out west and stopped at the Red Roof Inn in Kennesaw. Got up, loved it, walked across the street, got a job at Home Depot. Got tagged for Fast Track, went into their management, started another company along the way. And so you'll see that I've started companies. I have no problem stepping outside the box. That being said, let's jump into an outline real quick. And the outline that I put there, I think it was on our desk, wasn't it? It's real. Relationships. For the men in the room, it's Christmas, right? Right? Right. If I said it to ladies, I know they would say yes. One of the ways that we strengthen that relationship during Christmas is what? Oh, you're killing me.